Okay, how's it going today? Hope everybody's having a productive day so far. I just got back about an hour ago from dropping my son off from school, so I thought I would do a quick video for you today. Okay, so as the title of my video says, there are one of two things that you are most definitely, positively, absolutely doing if you are not successful in your business right now. Okay, I know it's a bold statement. Um, but you absolutely have to be doing one of these two things if you are not having success in your business. Okay, so what are these two things that I'm referring to, and which one are you guilty of? I'm going to get right into that in a minute, but first, for those of you who do not know me, I am Wendy Verhilly. I've been in the network marketing, affiliate marketing, online marketing space now for many years. I've spent a lot of those years basically in like the trial and error phase, you know. So I've definitely learned what works and what does not work. My passion is helping struggling entrepreneurs build a successful online business, build a passive monthly income so they can turn around and create an amazing lifestyle for themselves and their family. So what are these two things that I'm referring to? You know, which one of them are you absolutely doing if you are not having success in your business right now? If you're in my group, I made a post about this yesterday, so you might know what I'm talking about. But these two things that I'm referring to are habits. Okay, you are either number one, you're either doing a habit that does not serve you, that you have not let go of yet. Or number two, there's a new habit that will serve you, but you are not applying it yet. It's either one or the other. Okay. So let's dive into that a little bit. The first habit, a habit that doesn't serve you, that you haven't let go of, that could be anything from like being counterproductive, self-sabotage, maybe you procrastinate, put things off, right? Um, let's go over those in more detail. So, like being counterproductive, what do I mean by that? Okay, basically, I mean not showing up. You know, not being consistent. Those are ways of being counterproductive in your business. You know, or maybe showing up and then you disappear again. A good example of this is say you have that spike of motivation. I like to call a business adrenaline. Okay, I think you know what I'm talking about. It's where you get like really optimistic. You know, you're ready to gung ho. You know, you become extremely productive. You go full speed ahead. You start getting a little bit of momentum going in your business, and then you stop. You know, or you don't do anything for a week or two. And usually this is some form of self-sabotage. Maybe you weren't getting the results that you were hoping for to, you know, with that boost of productivity that you just engaged in. So you let up or you stop altogether. Okay. And that's something that's very common. You see it a lot with people. And basically, it has a lot to do with, you know, just self-doubt, you know, which is a form of self-sabotage. You know, you start doubting yourself that you can, if you can even do this or not. So you don't, you know, or you don't do enough to actually make any kind of an impact. You know, you don't do the activities that you know you have to do in your business out of fear. You know, but that could be like maybe videos, you know, putting yourself out there in front of people or prospecting. You're reaching out to people, asking them if they're open to looking at your business. Okay. So these are examples of self sabotage. Procrastination. That's a big one. And that's one that I myself have struggled with for so many years, you know, since I was a kid, actually. And I still do. I really do. And if there was anything that I could do right now you know, that would help me change my life, it would be that. It would be just eliminating the procrastination because I'm horrible when it comes to procrastination. And by the way, procrastination is a form of self sabotage, big time. Okay. So those are habit number one. So let's dive into habit number two. Basically, this is like a new habit that will serve you, but you're not yet applying it yet. 9 times out of 10, when it comes to business, this is typically doing the IPAs, income producing activities, or following a consistent daily method of operation. Okay. People know what they need to be doing in their business, but they don't. Whether it's because they're procrastinating or they're self-sabotaging in some form or whatnot. They know they need to be prospecting. They need to be making videos. They need to be putting out the content every day. They need to be talking to people every day, having conversations. Okay. Or maybe you are talking to people every day, but you're not making those offers or you're not following up with people. These are things that you need to be doing consistently. Okay. So let's go over some good habits that you can start implementing in your business that's going to help change your business and turn it around. Okay, so one example of a good habit you could start incorporating would maybe be getting up earlier in the morning. Maybe joining the 5 a.m. club to work on your business. Okay, doing this consistently every day. I get up every morning now. Okay, maybe not at 5 a.m., but I do get up every morning at least 6 a.m. And I use that time to do my Facebook engaging, and then I'll make my posts. Typically, my post is up before 8 o'clock in the morning. Typically, unless it's a video. I tend to do my videos a little later after I get back from dropping my son off to school. But that's just a habit that I formed for myself, and it's made a significant difference in my business. All right. Another good habit you could try would be showing up consistently. A lot of people struggle with being consistent. They'll show up for a few days, and then when they don't, you don't see them for a week. My phone was going off. They'll show up for a few days. They'll go really gung-ho, just full speed ahead, and then all of a sudden you don't see them for a week or two. And it's very common, or they'll show up but they're not doing what they need to be doing. They'll sit there and they'll scroll on Facebook instead, of working on their IPAs. So maybe each day do a power hour, where you work exclusively on your income producing activities, nothing else. Prospecting, maybe you could do an hour a day of prospecting or make a new habit where you'll prospect, each day for 1 hour. That would do amazing things for your business if you just incorporated that one habit into your business. And it doesn't even have to be an hour. It could be 30 minutes. Or maybe, it could be an hour, but you break it up during the day. You can do 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the afternoon, 15 minutes in the evening, and then 15 minutes before you go to bed. Who knows? As long as you get that hour in. But just make it a consistent habit where every day you do a power hour, of just income producing activities. That is it. Okay, no scrolling on Facebook, none of that. That would do wonders for your business. Just making that one new habit, right? How about a habit where you make a video once or twice a week, or a Facebook Live? A lot of people struggle with getting in front of the camera. If you want to build a targeted audience, and a big following of people who want to follow you and want to listen to you and see what you have coming up next, you have to put yourself out there on camera. It's a given. You just have to. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a live, but pre-recorded video, if anything, you have to put yourself out there so people can relate better when they can see you. They can kind of get a sense of who you are. So that's something that you could try to incorporate into your business plan. It would make a huge difference for your business. How about mindset, personal development? That's another good habit that you could incorporate into your business. Make a new habit where you'll spend at least 30 minutes a day on personal development or doing some kind of mindset work. I do some form of personal development every day. And I also meditate and I do visualization every day. Okay. So these are just some examples of good habits that if you were to apply them, they would make a huge difference in your business. So if you're struggling in your business, it starts with you being honest with yourself, okay? Are you really doing what you should be doing? What you should be doing every day in your business. Be honest with yourself. Or are you doing only the things that are comfortable to you? So you have to be honest with yourself. And then once you've become honest with yourself, you got to make a decision starting right now, you know, that you're going to change. If you're having the same results you had 1 year ago or even 6 months ago, if you're in the same place right now that you were 6 months ago and you're not happy with where you're at, it's time for a change, okay? But you have to make that decision first. So you want to do some self-evaluation, okay? If you don't like what you find, make that decision that you're going to make a change, okay? You can't do anything until you make a decision. And then, maybe start off with just one new habit that you're going to incorporate into your business plan. And by the way, I've heard that it only takes 21 days for you to do something until it becomes a habit. So, just food for thought or whatever. Now, if you have like bad habits that you know what you're doing, like maybe you procrastinate or you're self-sabotage in some way, try to work on them, but the first thing you need to do is acknowledge them first, which is a huge step, and then start working on eliminating them, or at least getting them down to like a bare minimum, because like nobody's perfect. So that's it. I hope this helps. If you're not if you're not where you want to be right now, maybe it's time for a change. So make that decision that you're going to make that change, and then work on, instilling some new habits in your life and getting rid of some old ones that aren't serving you. Okay. All right. So anyway, if you're not in my women's entrepreneur Facebook group, by the way, there's a link in my bio or in my Facebook cover. I would love for you to come join us. I've loaded it up with a lot of trainings, basically to help you build your business. I do things like prospecting, recruiting, mindset, closing, posting, all sorts of different things to help you build your business. Okay, I'm actually about to run a 5-day challenge soon, where you can even challenge yourself a little bit. I'm still kind of deciding on if I want to do like a prospecting and recruiting challenge, or if I want to turn it into an attraction marketing challenge. I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to be doing that soon. So I'm trying to make it a fun group for people. So people can come in, learn, and really push themselves and empower one another and just help each other build their businesses strong. Okay, so I would love to have you. Again, the link's in my bio, or you can click up on my Facebook cover and you'll be able to access the link there. Guys, it is a women's group, sorry, but I do have a newsletter that you can join that basically provides you with the same trainings, okay, except they come to your email instead. So you can access that link to that in my Facebook cover as well. All right, so that's it. Hope this helps you. And as always, I really appreciate you guys tuning in and, supporting me and just, being my friend. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderfully productive day. Take care.